What is your political compass? I thought it would be interesting if we both took the political compass test. On your graph, it showed here that you're a little bit more libertarian and pretty much in the center as far as economics, which means as far as like on social programs, you're kind of you need some, but also not too much free market.
It's really a healthy balance. You don't want to go too much one way or too much the other way, in my opinion.
So compared to mine, we land about the same place as far as the social issues, but as far as like economics, it's certainly showing that I'm a little bit more free market.
Yeah, a little more.
A little more than that.
You need some regulation, not everything, though.
I wonder.
You need less.
I wonder if that's just maybe due to my age.
It's probably. Well, it kind of fits with the trend.
Yeah. So I mean, that's
Older people.
not too out of whack. You could compare this to how you place in the UK, and so this is kind of like your graph. And what I noticed, since we're in the United States, is we're definitely a lot more libertarian. But if you look at the Labour Party, so the two major parties is you got Labour and the Tories, which are also known as the Conservatives.
Yeah.
So notice how they're certainly much higher up on the authoritarian side of the graph.
And by the way, the Liberal Democrats are more right-wing than the Labour Party.
It's very it's just very interesting. Now,
yeah, you don't see a lot of right libertarians either, though.
Now this graph is from the 2015 election, and so what I found interesting is now they have the one from the 2017. So this is the most recent. So look what's happened to Labor. Labor's gone completely from from all the way up here in the same quadrant as the Conservatives, all the way down here into the completely opposite.
Yeah, it's almost like you took half of them and moved them to the opposite sides of the board, just pushed them.
It's just very interesting. I mean, did the party what I'm curious is, did the party politics shift that much?
I can understand, say, like the Conservative Party, or just in general, any ideology getting more extreme, but it seems like they did a complete backpedal. It's like, no, we need to move backwards. We need to change all of our stuff.
So it appears that the Conservatives became more conservative, and the Labor had to swing completely opposite in the opposite direction. So I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah.
I also have the U.S. election, and so you have Donald Trump is the way up on the top.
This is
even higher than the Conservatives in the UK, and then you have Hillary Clinton. Guess what?
She's even more right than Donald Trump.
As far as economic issues, yeah.
Yeah.
But notice they're both in the same quadrant, compared to Gary Johnson, who was the Libertarian candidate, and then you have Jill Stein for the I believe she used the Greens.
Yeah, she was. I think she had the least amount of votes.
Yeah, so it's
Gary Johnson.
Yeah, so this is very interesting. I'm in a way I'm a little bit surprised from our result comparison, and not. We're pretty much kind of like in the same side economics, so it's.
Yeah,
I would kind of expect you to. I would expect you to lean a little bit more left.
Yeah, well, I'm young, I'm free, I need to learn things. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have so we have hardcore authoritarians, so it seems. Very softcore libertarians, though. No one really going all the way down the bottom of the graph.
I just thought it's very interesting, especially in the UK, how so much more of the party is leaned towards the authoritarian quadrant. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, well, see, I'm more interested in the backpedal that it seems some of the party did, and what caused that shift.
You mentioned that you did take one of these tests in your AP government class.
Yeah, the test that I took, it showed that I was a soft conservative, so it said that I had conservative ideas, but that doesn't mean that I was above having some liberal ideas either. And it wasn't focused on economics, it was more general. So yeah, it was a little, but it was slightly, so it wasn't like I was that far in or that far out.
Did they give you the results for your entire class?
I would just tell you most everyone was a little hardcore liberal in their ideas.
You're bucking the trend.
Yeah. In our AP Gov class, after we took the quiz, and this was a couple days after, what happened is we went and got in like a big circle and did discussions about our ideas. And what I noticed is whenever people had their ideas, it was always they would make a claim or a statement, but wouldn't back up the logic behind it. Like, so we would get someone saying, would make a claim, and then I would ask them a little more about that claim, and they wouldn't substantiate it with any logic. I mean, I didn't expect them to have, like, citations and all this, history backed up. But, I mean, I'd try not to take... So if you say, like, this is how things are, and this is how things are, I'll say, so I'll think, hey, that I'll go do a little research, or I'll think about this for a while. I don't just say, I'm going to take everything you say as absolute fact. But it seemed like a lot of the people that were there seemed like they got a lot of their ideas from their parents, obviously. But it seemed like they'd not put that much thought into it. So whenever it got questioned or tested, they kind of broke down got a little argumentative, and conversations didn't really go anywhere after that.
Was your expectation that they would have thought about these things?
No, but, people... I don't know everybody, so some person might have thought a little more into that, but just this is the general people. I mean, there were some other people that actually put a little more thought into their ideas, but this was like the general amount of people in the class.
Thanks for watching.
We also have content on Minds and VidMe.
Feel free to comment below.
We look forward to the discussion.